dude, get a bitch that just got off some drugs. If you got a high sex, I want to start a fucking dating service where we pair up guys with high sex drives with women that just got out of rehab. But guys that don't do drugs, they don't drink, it'll be a very niche thing. Dudes, they don't drink, they're very straight-laced, but they're very horny. And we match them up with women that just got out of rehab. Because women that are in rehab only want to fuck. I had a friend of mine one time who shall remain nameless for obvious reasons, but I stayed at her house immediately after my marriage didn't work out. And she had her drug problems back in the day. I had my alcohol problems back in the day, my weed problems, but I wasn't really a drug addict. But like, she took me in, whatever, because we were very close at the time. We briefly dated, and then I got married, like whatever. So I was staying with her, and she had to go to rehab at one point because she was just snorting oxys like they were like she was a fucking Roomba. And so she goes to rehab, whatever. And Virgie goes, dudes that don't drink or have any vices but hypersexuality don't fuck grown women, Merch. That's a good. All right, you know what? Sustained. But anyway, so this chick that I was friends with back in the day, whatever, she and I were very close friends, and we'd been intimate before or whatever, but like that ship had sailed, and then we were just friends, whatever. And then she hit me up one time, like she texted me one day, and she's like, I'm getting a pass. What do you mean? She's like, I'm in rehab right now, I'm getting a pass. They're gonna let me out for a few hours on Friday night, blah blah blah. And right away my brain goes, she's gonna use me to try to scheme. She wants drugs. She wants me to give her drugs. Like, I don't know if I'm about, like, I really genuinely, like, I didn't realize she was genuinely trying to get clean. Like, I doubted this bitch, right? So I was like, I'm like, what do you need? And she's like, can you come pick me up and just take me out for my pass for like the night? She's like, they're letting me out from like 8 to 10 o'clock at night, and then I can come back. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I'll come get you, whatever. I'm like, but we're not, I'm like, I'm not violating you, and I'm not fucking your shit up. I'm gonna make that clear. No weed, no booze, no drugs. I'm like, I don't want to be the guy, like, because I know her mom. Like, I know this girl's mom. I'm close with her mom. So I'm like, we're not doing that. And she goes, no, legit, I don't want to do drugs. She's like, I'm not asking you to get me drugs. Not asking you to get me high. She's like, honestly, if you can spare some smokes, that would be great, because they do let you have smokes in rehab. And I'm like, yeah, I got cigarettes, whatever. I was like, whatever. So I was like, I'll get you a couple packs of your smokes or whatever. Like, I'll hook my nigga. Just like being in jail. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah. She's like, I just want to get out of the house. I got to get out of this fucking center for a little bit. I'm like, all right, cool. So go pick her up, right? This was out in Riverhead, Long Island. So you go out there, and there's this fucking rehab center. And I drive up in my shit box of a car back then, and I'm like, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Probably smelled like weed, too, whatever. And they let her out on a 2-hour pass, and she gets out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We have 2 hours, right? I'm like, all right, let's drive around, whatever, we're chilling. So we go to the beach, we're hanging out, whatever. No drinking, no drugs, no nothing. Smoking cigarettes, catching up, talking, whatever. There's a little ice cream stand in Riverhead that's right by the rehab center. It's like a twisty treat, but it's not like a branded, it's not a chain. It's just a standalone little place where you get an ice cream cone in the summertime on Long Island in Riverhead by the beach. And I'm like, yeah, let's go, like, whatever. Let's go get some ice cream. He's like, yeah, let's get out of here. Do something. I'm like, all right, let's go get some ice cream. So we go to this ice cream thing. It's one of those, like, where it looks like a twisty treat. It's like a little hut that looks like an ice cream cone, where people just go off and get their little ice creams, and there's families and there's kids and everybody's around and everybody's having fun, you know. And we're on a rehab pass, you know. So we get there and it's like 9:45. We get there right as they're closing. Oh no, it was 8:40. They were closing at 9. Like 8:45, whatever it was. We get there, and oh no, I had her from 9 to 11, so it was 10 p.m. was when the place shuts. So it was like 9:45. We get there. We get online. I'm like, what do you want? And she's like, you got me? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, what do you want? She's like, oh, whatever. Keep in mind, this is just some rehab girl I picked up. I've known this girl for years, whatever. And we used to fuck, whatever. We used to date. And so she's like, yeah, I don't know, get like whatever. She got her cone, I got my cone, or she got her cone. We got ice cream cones, right? And then we're just sitting there, right? And she's, by the way, she's wearing regular clothes. She's not wearing like scrubs, but she's wearing regular clothes, but still has a bracelet, like an admission bracelet on that they scan, you know? So we're just hanging out. And we have our little we have a little ice cream cone, whatever. We're just hanging out. And we're hanging out, and it like, enough time goes on that the lights go out, and like the families are fading out, like everybody's leaving. And all the people with the kids are leaving, and it's all, by the way, dude, you would have thought police threw tear gas into this bitch because they fucking cleared out. Everybody started clearing out. Everybody went back to the little Hampton houses, the little Riverhead houses, and it went from like last night, like bustling, like to whatever. I was just eating our cigarette, and then we're just having a cigarette at the fuck thing, everything's shutting around us, whatever. And then it just shuts down. And then I'm like, well, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We got a little bit of time to get her back to rehab. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm going to drop you back off, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, nah. She's like, come on. And I was like, what do you mean, come on? And she's like, you kidding me? Like, I got nothing else. She goes, you kidding me? I got nothing else. Like, I'm not doing anything in there. It's driving me nuts. We're playing board games and shit. We're doing group therapy. This is driving me nuts. Like, all I have is cigarettes and coffee and phone calls to my family. It's driving me nuts. Like, are we gonna fuck or not? And I'm like, oh, I didn't even see that happen. Like, I literally came out to help him. I'm like, yeah, you're my homie. Like, you looked out for me when I got divorced, and I was gonna put a gun in my mouth. I just thought I was paying it forward. Okay. This chick sat on my face behind the ice cream shop, and then we just fucked for like 20 minutes. It went from like bustling twisty treat in the middle of 1950s town to abandoned, dark, like the beginning of fucking the Lost Boys, like the fucking theme park going. Just lights going out, everyone gone, and I'm like, I guess, and I just sat on my face behind my ice cream shop, and I fucked her, and I brought her back to rehab. Rehab girls are the best, dude. The best. Ask nothing from it. I think literally all I gave her, we drove back to the rehab, and she's like, all right, well, I'd find blah, blah, blah. And I was like, do you need smokes? And she's like, oh, no, man, I got some. She's like, I don't know, I'll probably run low. I'm like, and I had like 16 or maybe like 11 left in a pack. And I just remember being like, here you go. I was like, just take those, just hang on to those. And she's like, all right, thanks. Still a good friend of mine to this day. I love that girl. She's got her life together now. She's awesome. She relapsed and like went even worse and then came back up and now has been great, which is good for her. But yeah, there was a little time there where I was just telling you, man, fucking rehab girls are where it's at, bro. You guys never clipped this show, and I'm almost insulted because I gave these like 3 things that are way more clip worthy. But by the way, Dabbler, like this Stalin guy and this Will Herron and all these other losers, they'll clip my show when I do something about Aaron, or they'll do, man, Pot Awful said something about fucking Jake Hudson. Nobody cares. I give you guys gold regularly, and you it's never clip out the good shit because you don't know where controversy stands. You don't know where to start these culture wars. You're a bunch of you're a bunch of clout chasing, algorithm chasing. Whereas if you posted one of the 3 rants I went on tonight, you would be fucked, but you're too pussy to do it. Because Will Herron bleeps out the word shit because he doesn't want to get demonetized. A bunch of ass loser YouTube clippers. They should all fucking... You know what? Let's play it. You know what? Let's do a shot in honor of the fucking YouTube clippers.
So you guys, Bert, Jerry, as a...
Sure, we break some balls here tonight, but I go way back. And in light of recent humiliations, it's an honor to be joined by men. And not ass cornholing cocksuckers like married my cousin. He should fucking die.
Whoa, Phil, take it easy.
He should fucking die. Your dabblerverse, it's so funny how it's just fading out. Royce and I pull fucking 3 to 4K a day. We got sponsors, we got money, we got live reads, we got everything coming in, and you motherfuckers just out of spite pretend we don't exist. Stupid little clip channels. Keep sucking fucking Pot Awful's dick and Aaron's dick. They're gonna take you to the promised land, losers. I gotta blur out the word shit. Yeah, that's why your channel sucks dick.